more tools now. We're going to look at this white tool here, the direct select tool, and the pen nib tool here. So the pen tool allows me to just draw lines wherever I want. So the first thing I'm going to do is just a triangle. Notice when I brought this up here, the 0 appeared to close it. So I'll just do that again. So click, release, click, release, click, and just see it's already started to fill it with a color because that's set over here. As I come up to close it, the 0 appears just beside it to indicate that it's going to be a closed shape. Okay, so I have a shape. I can control the fill colors, so I can go to the selection tool. And because that's selected, I can start to play around with the colors. I could change the color of the border or just turn it off. Okay, now I want to look at this direct selection tool. To use this, it's slightly more tricky, but if I click on it, I can just move things around. Notice I can't scale anything. If I select it on what we call the path, notice these anchors, that's what we call these dots on the end, are now hollow. So I can grab those and I can start to move those around. So I can create I can keep adapting my shape until I've got it exactly how I want it. This little thing here just allows me to bring curves in and out. There's better ways of doing curves, so we'll come to that later. So what I would like you to do after you've created a couple of triangles is to use the pen tool to draw your initials. So I'm just going to do IT, and I don't want this to be perfect. I want a sort of blocky graffiti type affair. Now notice it can get a bit sort of deceptive because I've got the fill color turned on while I'm drawing, so you might find it a lot easier. I'll change it in a minute. Now one of the great things about Illustrator is I don't have to get it perfect first time. So what you're then going to do is start tweaking this to go, okay, let's get this. So that I think needs to come up there a bit. Again, I'm not looking for it to be perfect. I'm going to turn this to have a heavy outline. Just get a nice bold outline. I'm going to put the stroke weight up a bit so that just thickens the line. At the moment mine has no fill. And I'm going to leave it set like this. This is what I was saying. It would have been a lot easier to draw it like this rather than having the fill colour on. And just close that up to be a complete shape. So remember, the direct select tool, the black select arrow, just moves things around, can rotate things, change the size of it, but it's this direct select tool, and the key here is you have to select it by selecting on the line. By the way, once it's selected like that, you have to unselect by just clicking anywhere else on the screen and then come back in and go on the path. So once it's been selected like that, I can't then click on the line, so it's got to be the first thing you do. If you notice, I hover and it just comes up. So as with before, grab a screen grab, put it into your Google document. It should be the same Google document, so you're keeping a record of how you've done all this work. Good.